Alrighty. All right, let's check this out. It is a little eerie in here, huh?
All right, guys, we're over in this area. It's a little bit sketchy to say the least, but I get a question all the time: is it good to flip houses in the hood? And I just want to break down the numbers on this one, the rehab, and kind of go over everything, and then give you my opinion at the end of the video, whether it's a good idea to get involved in these more hood houses.
Oh yeah, this is a flip house. For sure. Actually, it's definitely had both. Surprisingly, the foundation feels, there's a little bit of cracks right here. We go. Never mind. Spoke too soon. Walls are actually not bad. I mean, obviously this needs to get redone a little bit, but I was expecting a lot worse. Go this way. What is it? Oh, well, look, you can see it, like, just this room alone. It dips down to the left. I would love to flip this one, though. This thing will turn out great. It's a solid layout. 1, 2, 3 bedroom. Hey, big screen TV, what's up? There's not another bathroom in here? Definitely need to make one. Fucking big screen TV. Shovel. Somebody's been in here cleaning up. Yeah, we definitely would add another. I think oh no, we're doing the conversion. That's right. This one is also set to get garage converted. That's the other thing. That's right. So we would convert the garage in this one as well to 210. Yep, that's right. That's correct. All right, let's walk around the outside.
You must be crazy. I would never invest in the hood, is what I hear sometimes. But is that really justified, right? Well, there's pros and there's cons in investing in these lower income neighborhoods. And I would love to hear your guys' thoughts below on what your experiences have been, or why you would or why you wouldn't invest in these areas. Well, one thing I've learned over the years in real estate is that everybody finds their passion, and you got to figure out what it is that you want to do. And by doing that and finding what you love, it's really going to help you scale your business. And I see people all the time who, they invest in RV parks or mobile home parks, or they only do owner finance, or they only do multifamily. They do land and they do new construction, or they buy in lower income neighborhoods and they make great money through the cash flow. So there's pros and cons for all of these different strategies, and I would never discount one just because it's an area that I particularly wouldn't want to, move my family in, right? Now, I would say that you do want to feel safe in these areas if you're going to go and work there, or you're going to have to go and pick up a rent check for one reason for a tenant, or go help do something. You want to feel safe, obviously. But there are definitely some pros in these areas, right? One of them is that they are cheaper to get into. This property is only worth, I believe, about $180,000. So obviously, if a property is worth less, then it's easier for your cash out of pocket. It's easier for your monthly debt service that you're paying every month to your lender. They're just overall cheaper to get into. Okay, so that's definitely a pro. The second one would be that these things generally cash flow extremely well, right? As a property's value goes up, the rental amount doesn't match that all the way along, right? Here in Houston, you hit about 180, 200,000, and your rents don't go up as fast as the property value goes up, right? If you have a $600,000 house, you're not going to be getting that 1% roll, right? You're not going to be getting $6,000 for that property. You might be getting $3,500, $4,000. But if you're on that $80,000 house or $90,000 house, you're probably getting $800,000, $900,000 of rent. And your monthly note, your monthly debt coverage, your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance is going to be a lot less on that property, right? So that monthly income is going to spread a lot further, and you're going to be making a lot more money every single month. But that sounds great, but there's obviously a con to that too. And the con on that is, generally in real estate, things are a trade-off. So if I'm trading off great cash flow, I am trading off maybe not having the best of tenants, right? Maybe they've got some history of not paying each month on time. Maybe they've got some kind of landlord dispute. Maybe they don't have regular income. So those are things that I don't necessarily want to be involved in with the landlord, because a month or 2 or 3 of missed payments, or they damage the property, that's going to wipe out all of that cash flow, all of that benefit on that first pro that we had, and you're going to end up making a loss. And it's just a headache. Nobody wants to deal with that. Nobody wants to be the big bad landlord that has to evict someone, or has to go in there after they've been evicted and it's just been trashed, right? So the better quality the property is in the better area, you're going to get more applicants. You're going to get stronger applicants for you to make that decision if you want to lease the property that you own to that tenant, right? So another pro on these is the ability for you to have multiple exit strategies. And I love any investment that you can get into where you have multiple exits. So if you're going into this property with the intention of selling it, let's say it's worth $185,000, and for whatever reason the market takes a big dip, it's just not getting the traction that you want to see. Well, those numbers work well, right? We're going to cover more on a DSCR ratio, what a DSCR refinance is, but they're much easier to get on those lower value properties because they cash flow so well. So that's an exit I can have to not panic, as I can get a tenant in there. I can start now making some income covering that loan payment while I refinance out and get that one on a 30-year mortgage, right? What's another downside? Well, they're harder sometimes to sell. And you might be thinking, well, it's a lower value property. How can I not sell this? You think cheaper it is, the easier to sell. Most of the people who are going to buy a property, with this value are getting a loan on that property. And if you're buying a loan, or you're buying a property on this size of value, you might be using a government assisted program. You might be using FHA. You might be using VA. You might have lesser credit, and you're using some kind of assistance to help you there, help you with the down payment on there. Well, a lot of times those comes with a caveat. They're a little bit harder loans to get. FHA has some restrictions on investment properties, how long you own it, what's the pricing that you can sell it for. So definitely a few extra roadblocks with buying houses within this price point when you get your borrower. It's not always smooth sailing. Trust me, we've had our issues, getting them over the finish line. So another one is that kind of going back to the multiple exit, you could also look at Section 8 as a strategy. We've got some investors who've got tons of Section 8, and they absolutely love them because, it's and what Section 8 is, it's a government-assisted program. So they have a voucher, and the government is subsidizing part of that rent for them. Well, the ones that we know who are doing it, they absolutely love them. They say they're great investments. The tenants sometimes are even better than just kind of putting it on the open market and renting it, because they're very appreciative to have that Section 8 voucher. So they don't want to lose it. They're not going to do anything that puts it in jeopardy. But what I would say, guys, is, again, just find what you're passionate about. Sometimes it might take a little bit of time. Maybe it's only flipping in 300 or 400K neighborhoods. That's completely fine. Maybe it's, like I said, maybe it's you want to get into owner finance or mobile home parks or whatever it is. There's no right or wrong within these strategies. They're all proven to work, but you just got to find what makes you comfortable, what gets you excited, what wants you to scale your business to get to that number that you want to be at. And maybe that is hood houses. We have plenty of investors, and I hope to be able to interview some of them in the coming future. So definitely like and subscribe, guys. And when we get guys who are buying tons of houses in these neighborhoods, we're going to bring them onto the channel and get their feedback of why they think it's an awesome investment.
Good. It's got a fucking meter. That is what I'm talking about. These are great to look for. That way we don't have to involve the city as much up front. Nice. Nah, that's good. Leave the shingles on there like that. That's the new style roof. That's the new style. Not bad.
What was the total bid on this one?
If I remember correctly, it's 70,000. Let me check. Pretty sure that's what it was. Recording that. The location's pretty good too, because 2 houses down, you got a duplex townhome style, new build, new construction. You got a flip across the street, another one that's diagonal 2 houses down, and then a few more down on the same side, another flip. So definitely some investors over here remodeling, which is a good indication of a nice place to start buying. So this house, if done right, should sell pretty good.